Hello and welcome to Jewellery Rescue. I'm Kat and I'm a girl on a mission to rescue and recycle the world's unwanted jewellery. Now, over the last few weeks I have shared a few videos of my statement costume jewellery ring collection, and a few of you asked to see my whole collection. So this is not precious stuff, it's just tat basically that I've picked up, mostly from charity shops and car boot sales. A few have come from gifty shops and things. If I remember, I'll tell you as I go through. A couple of them have been made by myself. So let's dive in and have a look. If you're new here, please do also check out the channel for unboxings and transformations and tutorials, and subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button as well if you like what you see. So what have we got? Where should we start? Should we start with the big smiley face? This one I think I bought in the late 90s, around 2000, when I was a teenager, and I think I did buy it new. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I did. I think pretty much everything in this bowl would have been less than a £5, probably not more than a couple of pounds. Similarly, this one I think also was from a new shop. We used to have these little shops selling curios in the 90s. This needs a really good clean, don't look too close. I can't remember where that one came from. I have so many of these flower ones, you'll see. This one I think was a charity shop find, and I just really felt like it had the edge on the others. I used to wear a lot of these rings in my 20s when I worked in an office and I had very bright clothing, fashion sense, and always wore statement rings. I've always loved silver as well, but statement rings, I don't know, just had a piece of my heart. I think this was just a Primark one, that's just a cheapy plastic one. I think I maybe bought this one on holiday. I think it's coconut shell or similar. This one I made when I first learnt to crochet about 10 years ago, and then just attached it to a ring band. This was definitely a charity shop find. This was a more recent one. Just thought it was fun. I think it was 50p or a pound. That's a metal that's been coated in a sort of marbled paint. Again, nothing special, but just fun. Bows, I have quite a collection of bow rings, and I used to wear several all at once. We'll probably find some more as we go through. I just love those. And this one, I think that was a Primark one. This was one of my first flowers and I used to wear it all the time. It's just a really nice, easy to wear, very lightweight. And another coconut, I think that's coconut. This one started to crack. I did used to wear it quite a lot, and I didn't always remember to take it off when I was washing my hands. It's got a little bit fragile, that one. This one my friend actually bought me within the last 10 years. It's a mood ring. I'll leave it on for a second and see if it changes colour. I think it was from Claire's Accessories, or Claire's as we now know. There's another bow. Lots of leopard print ones. I'm not quite sure why I have so many. I think I just had to sort of pick them up when I saw them. I'm pretty sure that was a charity shop one. I can't remember where that one came from. This one might have been a holiday piece. That's inlaid with something. Not sure what that is made of. It feels like it might be some kind of nut or wood. Oh, there's another one of these. I think I might have been on holiday in Spain and found a bowl of them and just thought that they were really cool. I think they were like a couple of euros each. This is one of my favourites. Lovely shell. I think I bought that on holiday somewhere, but I couldn't tell you where. You see the mood ring is changing colour now. I haven't got the little leaflet to tell me what mood it means I'm in, but I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm playing with a bowl full of plastic rings. Why wouldn't I be in a good mood? There's another bow. This was another favourite. It's not real turquoise, sadly. It's just plastic. But I love the colour of it. Oh, I love this one. This was cheap from somewhere. I did buy it new. And I spent a long time choosing, but I love this one because it reminded me of the sea. It's obviously plastic again, but just really unusual. I love unusual, as you will probably have realised if you've been watching my videos before. This is another sort of nutty feeling one. I think that was a holiday piece as well. Or maybe it was a thrifted find. I can't remember. See, I started charity shopping around the time that I started collecting these rings. And I can't quite remember the crossover, what was from where. Oh, look, this one's very similar to this one. But this one, my daughter bought me from her school fair. They'd got some pre-loved things, and you could go and choose a gift for your mum or your dad. And she chose me that one for Christmas. It's got little shells. You see the skeleton of the shells in it. I really love that one. Got an apple. I think this was another Primark one. In the days when I didn't realise that Primark was not the best shop to be shopping in. Now this is an artisan one, and I bought it from a street market. It's glass and it's extremely heavy. It's really heavy to wear. And it's just a little bit tight on this finger and a little bit big on this finger, unfortunately. I think it was quite a hot day when I bought it. But I do love that one. Bit of a knuckle duster. It's probably one of the better quality ones in the bowl. This one is a vintage one and was thrifted. It feels like an earlier form of plastic to what we have now, but I don't know enough about plastic. That's another area that I need to research. A leather one, I think this was a charity shop find as well. It's a little bit too big for me. Super fun. I can't remember where this one came from. I think it might have been a car boot sale. Just made me laugh. I've worn that one lots of times on Valentine's Day. This is my cheeky Christmas ring. I think I bought this in a pharmacy. It was a really random purchase, and I think it was about £1. And it's just a little angel. Or I suppose it could be a cupid. I don't know. I always wear it at Christmas anyway. This one I think was a gift. Daisies were my theme at my wedding. And I've got quite a lot of daisy jewellery. You might have noticed that I wear my daisy ring here. This one, I've got a couple like this and I've seen them several times before. I think this was a charity shop purchase, but it's just a high street sparkler. Super sparkly. Now this one, I can't remember where this one came from, but it would have been off the high street, I think. And I used to wear this a lot when I was going out for drinks with my girlfriends when I was in my 20s. I just loved it as a cocktail ring. So just so unusual and eye-catching. That's just a plain yellow one, but fun if you've got something yellow that you want to accessorise. And just a plain purple one. This one is similar to this one, but I don't think I got them at the same time. I can't remember where it came from. It used to be you could kind of go anywhere, like as I say, I bought one in the pharmacy. You sort of couldn't go anywhere without finding plastic rings in the late 90s and the early noughties. Let us see, I think that was a Secret Santa present one year. This is a nice handmade one. This was definitely a charity shop find, and it's got turquoise chips in. Quite pretty and easy to wear for the summer. This one's unusual. This one's a relatively recent find. Got it probably within the last year. And I probably paid £1 or £2, maybe less for it. Could have even been in an unboxing. I can't remember. If you've seen it before, let me know. This one you can't really call a statement ring, but it's a little painted leather one. I think I've got a couple of these. And I bought them somewhere touristy, on holiday or on a day trip to the seaside. This one I made with this really pretty lampwork bead. I went to a bead show, bought some beads and fancied making some jewellery. This was long before I started my business, and I was going to, I think it was a Hawaiian themed party, and I wanted an accessory to wear, and I just wrapped it around with some wire for the party. This was a recent car boot sale find. And I can't remember, does it have a name in it? No branding in it. And it's quite little. I've got quite tiny fingers. And it just fits on my ring finger, which is quite nice for me because normally I have to wear my rings on this finger. It's really cool. It's got resin and a white metal. It's probably alpaca. Oh, this is a funny one. I bought this one in a charity shop ring tray and I paid £2 for it, and it was around the time of the Queen's Jubilee, so quite recent. And when I got it home and I did a Google image search on it, I discovered that it's the top of a perfume bottle. I think it's a Vera Wang perfume bottle. So it's not even a ring. That made me laugh, but I did wear it for the Jubilee celebrations. Oh, look at this lovely abalone one. That's beautiful. I can't remember where that came from, but it probably would have been on holiday. Somewhere like France. It's obviously from New Zealand, abalone, but all seaside places have abalone shell jewellery, I find. Now these ones, there was a little shop in a town where I used to work that had just a little tray of these plastic rings, and they were about £1, I think. And when I used to go in there, I just used to see they'd get a tray and it would have one of each design, and I just used to pick them up. So I think some not all of these were from that tray. I think some of them were charity shop ones or car boot sale ones, but they're all from the same sort of design. I've got loads of them. They're quite fun, aren't they? I would not buy, you know, this quantity of plastic now that we're more aware of plastic, but I do enjoy the collection. Can't remember where that one came from. I think that was a charity shop one. This one is very similar to this one. They make quite a good pairing, don't they? So this is a piece of mother of pearl shell. It's very, very similar actually. Quite like those together. Another big flower that's a little bit dusty, so we won't dwell on that one too long. Now this one is a treasure. My mum went, I think, to Spain and brought this back for me for Christmas or birthday, probably birthday. And it's actually a Sobral Jackie Brazil ring. Came in a lovely little case. She bought it new. It is a little bit big for me, unfortunately, but I love it. Isn't it cool? And I didn't know the brand until, you know, in the last couple of years when I've started really doing my jewellery as a business and learned more about brands. So I appreciate that even more now. I've always really liked it, but I appreciate it more now. I know the brand. This is another fun one. I got this maybe a year or two ago. It's pylons. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's probably not pylons, is it? I don't know. I think it's a French brand, and it's glass and it's got little chips of glitter inside it. Isn't it fun? I bought it to sell, but I just couldn't bring myself to when the time came to it. I just thought it was too fun. I think I'm going to have to get wearing these again now that I've got them all out again now. This one has got some age to it, I think. It's flowers set in resin, but it doesn't have the look of the newer resin ones. I think this is an older type of plastic. Again, I don't really know, so apologies for my lack of knowledge on that. Please feel free to educate me in the comments. This was another charity shop or car boot sale one. That's a relatively more recent one. Who knows what this one is? This is a repro of Princess Diana's engagement ring, which I bought as a curio, really. There we go. There's a white one there as well. I think they were just from Primark. They were somewhere on the high street. And that was when Kate and William got engaged, I think, that they were sort of flooding the shops with these repro ones. Another bow. How many plastic bow rings does one girl need? Probably not as many as me. That's another one from that tray from the local shop that I mentioned. This is a poppy one from Remembrance Sunday. It's a really tiny one. I should give that to my daughter, really. This is a lovely one. I can't remember where this one came from. It's plastic again. No markings. Really should have dusted these. It's probably going to look hideous on the camera, so I apologise for that. And another daisy. That has a look of glass, but it is plastic. Oh, this is fun. This was from back in the day when I was a teenager. It's got black lip gloss inside it, which looks like it's still okay, but I will refrain from putting it on with a little skull on. Because I went through a very colourful phase as a teenager, then I went through a very black phase as a teenager, and then I came back to colour again. We've got a cameo. This doesn't really belong with this set of things, does it? I might move that into my jewellery box. It's nothing special, it's not silver, but it's just a pretty little cameo. I expect I bought that because my grandma used to wear a cameo ring. Gosh, I used to wear that as a thumb ring. I haven't seen that for years. That needs to go back in my jewellery box as well. Here's another mood ring. Oh, it's got my name on it, look. How fun. I'd completely forgotten all about that. This one I've had since I was a child. Sorry, it's not a statement ring. I didn't realise these were at the bottom here. This came out of a cracker when I was a kid, and I can remember being fascinated with it. It still fits me, look. It probably didn't fit me then. That was probably one of my early pieces of jewellery obsession. This is just a costume, rubbishy ring. And this one, I think this came from a charity shop. I used to love this. You can see where it's got knocked so many times on my desk at work and the settings popped open a bit. It was just rubbish. It's on enamel, but yeah, I did really like that one. And these I loved. I got a set of these. These might have been in the same shop as those other ones I mentioned. They used to have a tray of them and I stacked them. I'm sure we'll come across some more. That's a gemstone one. Don't know what the stone is. Let me know if you know. Beautiful mother of pearl. I've got a bangle like this for sale in one of the shops at the moment in my pre-loved. And another bow, look. I've got to count up how many I've got of those. Wow, look at that one. Another costume one. Oh, this one's fun, look, little cat ears with a bow again. This is a vintage one that came from a charity shop. It's lost some plating on here, but it's really fun. This one is one of my absolute favourites. You might have seen this in my shorts. This was a charity shop find years ago, like we're talking at least 20 years ago. I just love him. Isn't he unusual? I mean, he knocks on everything. You have to be careful because his beak knocks on everything. He's got name markings on him. I've never seen another one. I don't know what I paid for him. Probably would have been £1, £2, £3. He's so cool. Big sparkler. I would not wear that now, but obviously was my style back then. Oh, there's a nice piece of turquoise here on a key ring. I might make that into a pendant. I didn't know that was in there. Oh, look, a beaded one that's lost its stretch. Might be able to put that onto a new ring, perhaps. That's a very basic plastic one, but quite fun colours. Wow, look at this. Dyed agate, which has been wire wrapped by somebody. It's quite a monster, isn't it? Another big plastic one. Here's another one of these reverse carved roses. Get that to focus. I feel like I've got at least 3 of those, so we might see some more. This one, just another cheap metal one. What's this in here? Oh, this is interesting, look. Looks Indian. That would have been definitely a charity shop find. Oh yeah, it's got a hamster hand on it. That's pretty, isn't it? Didn't know what was lurking in the bottom of this bowl. That's another one from the tray in the shop. This one was a bit sad. I think it was a charity shop find. It's glass. And I bought it, I think I bought it on a lunch break at work and then knocked my hand on the desk back at the office and it broke off here. I was really sad when that happened. But you can still wear it, just to be really careful of the back because it's a little bit sharp. This was a favourite of mine years ago. when I was in my teens and early 20s. Can't remember where that one came from. Oh, this one I think was probably a holiday one. It's got a bit of coconut or something. Or it might be shell actually. Looks like one of those giant cowrie shells maybe. Oh, a big rose inside enamel. These are all too big for my biggest finger, which is sad. Oh, now this one is a proper vintage one, and I bought this at a car boot sale when I just finished university and I was just getting back into car booting. I'm not quite sure how old it is, 60s maybe. And I used to wear it quite a bit, but I used to knock it on things all the time, and it got a little bit dented on the corners, so I sort of put it out of commission, but that's really fun. That's one of my favourites. Another bow. This one's got glitter in it. This one is a massive, massive monster of a plastic ring. You can't even close your fingers, it's so big. Quite fun. And these there are two of, so you can stack them. Can't remember where they came from. They've got a look of Sobril about them as well, haven't they? But they're not. And that's just a plain green one. Another turquoisey one. This one's interesting. I'm not quite sure what it's made of. Feels like sort of air drying clay or something. And it's been hand painted and carved. That was a second-hand one. Can't remember if it was a boot sale or a charity. I had a couple of these. I think I had one in silver as well. I think I bought one new and then found another one in a charity shop. Oh look, we've got a bow that's come off of its ring, so that will need a repair. If we find the ring. Oh, this one was a recent car boot find. This was from this year. What does it say inside it? It says Lucas Jack, which I did look up, and it is a very nice brand. And I decided that I would keep it because I just really liked it. And I have worn that a few times with a green party dress that I have. That is the shank for that, so I'll fix that. Plastic stripy one. A couple more of these. Those are from that tray as well that I mentioned. Oh, this one I got in a Chinese restaurant in Portugal, rather random. I think they gave us fortune cookies that had a ring in for the ladies in the party. It's just a costume one, but it's quite fun. That one I was given when my eldest daughter was born. Her first name begins with an R. This was a wire wrapped ring that I hoped when I bought it was silver, but you can see it's gone quite nasty in my jewellery box, and you can see the copper underneath it. Could possibly scrub that off and go down to the copper and it might be quite nice. It's got a nice piece of amethyst in it. That was a charity shop find as well. These two are very similar. I can't remember if I bought them together or not. This is a really chunky one with purple underneath. It's quite fascinating how it's clear and then you can see the purple through from underneath. I think I used to wear that with that pink one with the spots that I liked. Oh, and that's another one from that tray. I don't think I must have ended up buying a whole tray. And that's a costume one, metal one rather. Can't remember where that came from, probably a charity shop. Oh, this one, this was a favourite when I was a teenager. I had two of these and I used to wear them next to each other. And they're quite spookily realistic. I think I bought them in Brighton. If not Brighton, then Camden Lock Market, because I used to spend my days in Camden Lock Market as a teenager. Very cool. This one, I can't remember where it came from. Just a great big chunk of glass. Probably a high street fashion one. These ones were a set, I remember now. We had one earlier, didn't we? These were a set of stacking rings. Oh, not that one. And you can stack them up however you like. It's quite fun. Don't look in the bottom of this bowl, it's all dusty and horrible. Let's get rid of that. This is really cute. This was a charity shop find. I've never seen anything quite like it again. It's probably a children's ring because it's quite little. It's got fruits on it. Sweet. Like that one. Ah, there's my third reverse carved rose. This one must have been a charity shop find. It looks vintage. Not gold, sadly. And that's the other leather one that I mentioned earlier. This one was definitely a charity shop find, again, one that I hoped was silver because it's got lovely freshwater pearls in it, but it's not, I don't think. I need to have a proper look at that actually, because it's possible it's just tarnished. Plastic to look like wood, I mean, why would we even do that? Don't know where that came from. And this one is actually wood. This was a favourite. Can't remember where that one came from. I started charity shopping when I was 16, so I've had many years of finding these things. And a British flag, that was something to do with a British event. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, there's a third one of those. We found those before. Okay. This is a nice piece of gemstone. I think that's a bit of agate that's been dyed. Sparkler. That's missing something off the top, but we haven't come across another missing bit. And this one was a favourite as well. I used to love wearing this one for nights out. Sparkly, sparkly. I wouldn't wear that one now. So that is my costume statement ring, mostly plastic, some wood, some metal. Let's bring them all back in again. Whoa, that's quite a lot of rings, isn't it? And I also have a lot of silver rings as well, so maybe we'll look at those another time. I feel this collection might have got slightly out of hand. What do you think? Have you got more than me, less than me? What was your favourite? Shall I show you a couple of my favourites? I think that one, the Sobrel one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Any more. Oh, and the eye, of course. Love the eye. Yeah, I think those are my favourites. Let me just get the camera to focus. I'd love to know in the comments which was your favourite ring. As I say, I don't really wear these now, but I wore them all the time in my teens and my 20s, and it's been a very much loved collection and one that I still enjoy looking through, as you probably realised, and that my daughters love to look through as well. Oh, there was a bracelet in the bottom there. Look, that was a charm bracelet that I bought from a car boot sale. Nothing special. So don't forget to drop me a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, check out some more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.